band together for the gatherhead of the fun bunch gang. You love him. Comedy Deaf Guy Radio. Your host.
Okay.
Intro, do the intro? Is that what I was doing?
You're in the middle of
In
it.
the middle of the intro? Okay.
Wake up.
Did I say from the half?
Yeah, no, you said all that from
Yes,
downtown Franklin. You mentioned something about the fun bunch, yes. Yeah. Thank you, little Gary. Yes, most of that information was incorrect, as usual. But yes, it is Comedy Death Ray. It's not the notes I gave you. You don't have any notes in front of you. That is your that's your shopping list.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What are you buying later, by the way, little Gary? Chocolate milk?
Yeah.
Really? Why? And all you have is like chocolate milk listed 20 times on that list.
And a box of rubbers.
Chocolate milk and a box of rubbers.
Yes, your weekend's coming up.
All right, well, let me explain. If this is your first time listening to the show, let me explain what that was.
How can you say that to me? How dare you say that?
Every show is someone's first show, little Gary.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Oh no, of course it's not your first time listening to the show. You have been our announcer several times. Respect sleep. Okay, so I'll try to be a little quieter. He sleeps when he stands up. We talked about that on a previous show. He got so angry he stood up, and that immediately set him to sleep. Now he's singing a strange lullaby. Okay, so what this is Comedy Death Ray Radio. Sorry, I did not. Yeah, you did the intro already. Just hang tight for a second. Okay, Comedy Death Ray Radio. My name is Scott Aukerman. This is a program, a radio program, podcast pro bono. Yes, I do it pro bono. And we do it weekly, and it's a comedy show, and we've had an announcer here a few times. He was supposed to be my regular announcer on Indy 103.1.
Had some trouble getting back into the state.
He had a little trouble. He went on a rodeo for poor people.
No, I've been doing something. I've been out raising awareness, man.
You've been out in the wilderness.
I've been out raising awareness.
Out raising awareness?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very different than out in the
I've been out
wilderness.
raising awareness. Yeah.
Awareness for what?
Kids catching on fire.
Outraising awareness for kids catching on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to that,
They like me.
They like you. Okay. Before we get to that, let me just say who's on the show.
That's what I meant. Burn words.
Oh, burn words.
They
Okay.
send me around because I kind of love burn.
So it's awareness for the fact that burn words exist?
No. They send me out to burn words.
Okay.
There's like a guy who opens up. He's like a clown, and he pretends that I'm a puppet for a minute, and then.
So wait, there's a Patch Adams style doctor who pretends that you're a puppet. Okay. Now, this is very clear.
Yeah. So we go where the kids are. It's not sad. You know?
Yeah.
There's a burn word.
Does this make them happier?
Yeah. Then they see, hey, is that a doll?
And then you jump off of...
Then I jump off and I get right in the face. I say, I'm a man. I'm not a doll. Even though I'm dressed like a China doll.
You are dressed like a China doll.
Yeah.
All right, little Gary, hang tight for just a second. I need to set up the show. I need to tell everyone exactly what they're hearing. Okay, it's Comedy Death Ray Radio. This is not how it usually sounds. I have our announcer, little Gary, is here. He's back. We'll talk about where he's been, but also let me talk about who else is on the show. Comedian Kumail Nanjiani is here. Favorite of the show. He was here talking about his experiences with John Mayer once before. We also have music from Lock and Key is here, and say hi, guys. Say hi. Hi. We'll talk to them in a second. Okay, so this is how it's spelled. Yeah, spelled in a very different way. We'll talk about that in a second. Why do we want to talk about it now? We want to talk to you. Where have you been?
Okay. This guy says, do you want to pretend you're a China doll? And I'll tell you the hospitals, and you jump up and tell the children, about how looking weird is okay.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a kid that got real badly burned and like a puppy fur?
And they look weird.
Oh, God.
And so you're there to tell them that it's okay.
Here's part of the problem, my gentlemen. Half of the time, when I see this kid that got burned, they scare the shit out of me. So I get panicky, So I try to prepare myself. myself for looking at a bunch of kids got burned up.
Sure. What happens the other half of the time?
Huh?
What happens the other half of the time?
Usually they're heavily sedated.
Okay. They're sedated so it doesn't scare you as much?
No, it still, sometimes it looks like coming from, that guy, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, I do, Guillermo. Yeah, I can barely pronounce it, but I do know.
Del Toro, that's how you say it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to start taking enunciation lessons.
He's not doing The Hobbit.
No, thanks. Entertainment news from Little Gary. Thank you. He's not doing The Hobbit. Yes.
Half of the kids in the children's hospital look like something that Guillermo del Toro dreamt up. You see Hellboy?
I did.
That's what it's like.
Seeing Hellboy?
Yeah.
It's like me seeing Hellboy.
Yeah.
All right, Little Gary, we'll talk to you in just a second, but I want to welcome our other guests. First of all, we're going to have music coming up from the band Lock and Key. Normally not spelled like you think. Thank you. Good interjection. That is a classic Little Gary interjection. Normally we play comedy songs on this show, but how much fucking comedy music can you really play? You know what I mean? It's annoying after a while. So we have a real band. We've only had one real musician here before Ted Leo did the show, of course, as we all know, back in January. Friend of comedy, Ted Leo, but we are very pleased to have Lock and Key here in the studio. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Now, Little Gary hyped it up. Yeah, no, I'm not calling you. I'm mentioning you.
How it's spelled.
He's very excited to talk about this. The group is Lock and Key, but it's not. It's spelled L-O-C-H, which I'm assuming is because one of you is a Loch Ness Monster and one of you works at Keys at Van Nuys.
I am the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, great. And first of all, we have Sean and Layla and Mark here. Sean, you are guitarist and vocals, and Layla, you are vocals, and Mark, you are bass player. Is that correct? Now, bass has 4 strings instead of 6. That's how we can distinguish it? Yes. These are the important questions that I want to ask. Get right up there on the mic if you're going to talk.
My bass has all my basses have 4 strings.
So. You can tell he's a bassist because when he has something to say, he doesn't even bother getting in front of a mic. Now, tell me a little bit about your band, because you guys were telling me previous to the show that you are just kind of getting together. How long have you been together?
Well, we started the record a little over a year ago, and then we pulled the band together, like 3 months ago?
It was about 3 months ago.
We should give a shout out to Joey and Steve.
Yeah, we have 2.
That's what this show is all about, by the way, shout outs. Yeah, there's two other...
Change your name, I'll shout it out. What's your name?
We have our drummer, Joey Galvan.
Joey Galvan, we love you!
And our utility man, Steve Diddalo.
Steve, you can come, we can take or leave you.
He's the guy who pays all the utilities. We have to. Describe you. You're going to play several songs for us over the course of the show, but describe your sound a little bit. It actually reminds me a little bit of like the 90s, kind of back when like Saint Etienne or groups like that were kind of around. But how would you describe it?
Well, we get a lot of sort of California meets bossa meets Euro pop and 70s AM.
Oh, nice. I love that. Those are all my favorite things right there.
But he is much more well-versed than me at describing music.
We just learned to do a lot of songs with like Tin Pan Alley changes.
Mm-hmm.
And just dreamy, like kind of, I always loved the 70s singers with the long microphones, singing on solid gold and being all beautiful and having these really glossy vocals. And Layla does that really
specific?
well.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John, maybe.
Okay, we're learning a little bit.
Oh, that's a microphone. I didn't know it. I thought it was a magic thing.
But there's like a lot of lush.
You're thinking of Xanadu, Little Gary.
No, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Like lush, dream poppy kind of. I don't know if dream pop is the right word, because that's more like
really
lush.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds good, but I think that describes more of like bands like Lush and stuff like that. So we'll be hearing a little bit more about you, but what's your background? Like, how did you guys meet? Sean, you were a member of American Music Club.
Yeah, I was in an American Music Club, and Layla and I've known Layla for a while. She's an artist. That's her background.
What kind of artist?
I paint mostly watercolor and ink. Downtown, I'm a resident artist at the Hive Gallery.
Oh, wow.
Which is a collective. And I met you. I was working in a coffee shop. making
That's
very
true.
little money.
Yeah, my
And I
friend.
got a parking ticket, and you offered to tip me the amount of the parking
Because
ticket.
you're hideously ugly. I felt sorry for you.
That is a true
I
meet
took-
cute
I took
story. That's straight out of a rom-com. I love it.
I want to option that.
Yeah, Will Gary would like to option it for $1 so he can star in it.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez. Pay your ticket.
Pay a ticket, yeah. So you guys, did you know that she sang, or I'm sure that came up?
Actually, yeah, I saw her sing with some friends, and I'd always kept it on the back burner to write something, but I had to go off for a few years.
And you said, let's get rid of those friends.
Yeah,
You know, you and me is where it's at.
I have no comment on it.
That was a while ago. Yeah, our band broke up.
Oh, okay, all right. What band was that, in case you have any fans of that band, or would no one have heard of it?
No, we didn't. No one would have heard of it, but it was just.
Delving into
It was
the tough
loosely titled
questions.
Layla.
Loosely titled Layla. That's a great band name. Loosely titled Layla.
And the Virginia Gentlemen's.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Brian might be listening, so I just want to.
Okay, great. So you were both in club bands, or clubs, and the American Music Club and the Virginia Gentlemen's Club. And you said, hey, let's form our own club.
Yeah, why not?
And here we go. All right, well, and where can people get your music? Do you have a record out?
We do have a record out, and it's
September
actually-
7th, it comes out.
is when it comes out.
4 days before
But you
9/11?
can actually get it on iTunes
Yeah,
already.
You can already. Okay, and the name of the band, of course, is Lock and Key, L-O-C-H and Key.
Yeah,
And how many songs on this release?
there are 12 songs on it.
12 songs sounds like a long player.
Yeah, it's fairly long. I mean,
Okay.
a lot of it is like 2-minute songs because I like the old single length.
Oh, yeah,
yesteryear.
220. That's
Yeah.
what Nick Lowe talked about.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like about, let me guess, 12 songs, 220 to, I'm guessing it's in the 30-minute range, is that right?
I think so. I think it's 38
Okay,
minutes.
38 minutes, wow.
I think so.
So you get your money's worth. About how much does this album cost?
$100.
Ooh.
$100, that, okay, so that's what,
I'm bidding. I don't know.
okay. Does anyone care to beat that?
$100.
Sold for $100. All right, just pay up after the show. Oh, you have a copy? Okay, yeah.
iTunes sells it for the usual like 99 cents a song. I don't know what they cut it for.
But
If you come see us, we actually hand stamp them. Layla's an artist, and she did
Oh,
all
wow.
the artwork, and we stamp all the CDs, and we sell them for $5 because
Forgot the
the markup's
prices.
still incredible.
Yeah. So
it's a
where
limited edition, 500 of the hard copy
Oh, really?
hand-stamped ones. but you
where
have
can
to
people
kind of-
see you? It's in LA. You're doing a residency, you were saying.
Yeah, we're doing a residency Thursdays in September at the Redwood downtown on 2nd Street. The first show is September 9th.
Okay. Lock and Key, we're going to be hearing a little bit more from you. Anything else you want to hype up? Any websites? Any? Usually we save these for the plug section at the end, but any, I want to get you guys before you set up.
We do have a website.
A website!
We do.
A lot of bands have those nowadays, so you guys are right there on the cutting edge. What is this website called? First of all, you got to start with a HTTP, right? And then a colon.
Yeah, there's a couple slashes.
Okay. And then what do people type in?
Lock and Key, and it's lock, L-O-C-H, and
Already
A-N-D,
established. A-N-D.
K-E-Y.net.
.net.
LockandD.com is actually a whiskey society.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You might want to
Maybe
visit
they'll
that as
sponsor
well.
us.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So you want to,
Synergy.
basically, when you get your computer, you want to download some sort of a browser, be it Safari or Netscape or something to that
Oh,
effect.
Jesus Christ,
And then
skip past that part. They know that.
up in the top.
Oh, God, they know.
God, little Gary, it's not usually when you're the one who's telling me to.
Oh, God, they know.
All right, Lock and Key, we're going to be hearing a little bit of your music. Looking forward to that. So my first guest, apart from announcer guest and apart from musical
I'm
guest.
staff.
Your staff, okay, that's right.
Don't answer me. I'm local. I'm a secret that they have.
Camille Nanjiani is here. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm
Great
good.
to see
I'm good.
you. It's great to have you back on the show. You're a fan favorite.
God, he's so handsome.
He really is.
Yeah, there's more to hairdo.
Well, we are used to seeing burned up kids, so anything compared to that.
That's what we mean. I mean, you were so handsome compared to that.
I'm the only guy without a burned up face. On this
Yeah.
thing right now. And you, but you've got other
Scott's
things
kind
going on.
not that badly burned.
A little goes a long way though with facial scarring.
With facial burn?
Yeah.
Not just sideburns, literal burns, face burns.
I have sideburns as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what I look like, you know? I mean, you ever listen to a DJ and you're like, man, that sounds like the coolest guy in the world.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, and then
Not
you,
like Freddy
It's
Krueger.
a lot like that.
Like a fat Freddy Krueger.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a really fat Freddy. Have you ever seen a fat Freddy? Like, what would those movies be like if Freddy Krueger was fat? I mean, that takes on a
It's sort of
whole
how
new...
when you see Frank Colliander do impressions, it's always like if Batman was fat. That's what.
Wait a minute, Pac-Man is fat.
Batman.
Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Batman.
Pac-Man.
The only good one you can do is John Madden, because
I would give a lot of money to see somebody do a really good impression of Fat Pac-Man.
Waka
And then I did. One second later.
Camille, tell us what's up. You just moved to LA. I'm so happy to have you here on a regular basis.
yeah, thanks for having me. I just moved here a couple months ago
From where?
from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty
you're
good.
here. You and your wife came out.
I really hated it at first.
Oh, really?
I did.
Oh, no.
Well, because it's so different from New York. New York, everyone's like, oh, what's next? Let's do something. And
Tell
here-
us about the differences.
This hasn't been covered.
Well, let's talk
In
about
New
men and
York, party
women
look
first.
for you.
Dogs and cats.
Black people, white people. That's a good one. Nobody's noticed that black and white people look pretty different.
Pretty different.
Pretty
Just
significant
in appearance,
differences.
mainly, I would say. Not in the way they act, but
Yeah.
just like black people are so much darker than
I'm gonna let you ride that out by yourself.
Thanks, little Gary. Take a breather.
I'm over here. I'm gonna tell you. I don't be on. Look at this tiny bitch. While my friend Kramer over there, Michael Richards himself.
But it's just the physical differences he's describing.
Yeah, I mean-
Undeniably physical differences.
No, that's what I'm saying, is
Black and
everyone
white
under the skin is all alike, but it's that skin.
people. Yeah, it's that skin. Oh my god. I hate certain colors of skin.
No, we don't mean any of that, by the way. These are all jokes. Camille, what? No, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. But what? I'm by your name.
What kind am I?
Yeah, what kind?
What kind are you? It's a vague, brown, I guess.
Okay, brownish.
Pakistani. Yeah.
Okay.
Indian.
And now,
Middle Eastern.
You were telling me that you have this interesting story about your wife. How long have you been married, by the way?
Since October.
Oh man, so it's really recent.
Yeah, very recent.
Get out now.
Have you married? Yeah. Have you ever been married?
3 times.
Three times.
3 times.
We learn more and more about you each time that you're on the show.
3 times.
What would the women? Were they like your? How would you say?
Size-wise.
I didn't want to say that, but
Size-wise.
size what?
Yeah, real dinkers.
Dinkers?
Yeah.
Dink? What is a dinker?
2 were real dinkers.
Oh, drinkers. So.
And then one was
No, dinkers. I think. Pretty sure dinkers.
Yeah. What, is it dinkers or drinkers?
they're both.
Dinkers and drinkers.
Yeah. Now get you back to your story.
Okay, let's talk about it. You've been married since October, and you were telling me that something weird happened at the wedding.
Yeah, this is weird because I'm telling a story about my wedding, but there's also like a tiny goblin man here. What reality is this?
Little Gary, we talked about him on other shows. He's tinier than a normal man. He's somewhere. Well, how did we describe you? It's somewhere in between.
Well, take a look at me.
Somewhere in between a midget, a regular midget, and mini-me. So somewhere in between. You're not as small as mini-me.
I'm bigger than some squirrels.
Some
But
squirrels.
not everyone.
No, there are some squirrels out there that are bigger than you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mini-me-
Grow farmer than the meat.
Mini-me's way bigger than a squirrel, though.
Not every squirrel.
I guess. If you find a squirrel that's
Tell
bigger
the
than
story about your wedding. What happened? I'm dying. Over here.
Okay, yeah.
all right.
Whenever little Gary stands up, he falls asleep. So we have a little bit of time, Camille. We can take it down just a little bit.
All right.
So what happened here?
Okay, so I got married last October. My wife is Pakistani, and she's from North Carolina or whatever. So
What does
she's-
that mean? Because anyone can be from North Carolina.
Well, she's white.
Okay, thank you.
We're talking about skin color a lot. Her
Okay.
skin is white, and so is
she's very white too.
She's like white as.
She's like super white.
Can I say F word?
Oh yeah, please do. She's white.
White as fuck. She's white as fuck. Well, I mean, very southern, whatever. So it was like the wedding was me and my family, we're all Pakistani.
And where did you get married? What was it? New York or?
No, it was in North Carolina, where she's from. So it was like, but we did a Muslim ceremony, but it was like very small, like just my family and her family. And so then the Muslim like priest guy walks in who's gonna marry us. And like,
and where did you find him, first of all?
Well,
Was it
my
someone
parents. No, not anybody. They just like hired some guy
Right.
off the internet or something. I don't know, but he's like a guy that comes and gets people married. And he comes in and he looks like pretend you're racist.
Okay,
and
hold on.
imagine a Muslim guy.
All right, hold on.
That's this guy. Like he looks
racist.
like a Halloween costume of a Muslim guy. Like if so he's like, what are the names of people getting married? And I'm like, Kamal, and he's like, oh, that's a beautiful name. And Emily, and he's like, I won't marry someone named Emily. Like on the day of our wedding, he's like, I won't marry someone named Emily. So my mom freaks out, and we're like, what are we
Now,
gonna
was it
do?
just because of the name, or it was...
Well, he said, well, he didn't want to marry somebody who, he said just because of the name.
Okay.
Maybe-
So it doesn't have anything to do
He
with
didn't
her
want to
faith.
mongrelize the faith.
He's okay.
Mongrelize.
Didn't want to mongrelize the faith. That's what they called it. Mongrelize the faith.
So you would think that a lot of people of faith would be trying to grandfather people into the faith, but he's not a fan.
No. And little Gary agrees.
Yeah.
So, because he was like, he couldn't say I won't marry someone named White, so he just went with whatever. Then Emily, which is
Right.
like, oh, we're a very white name, too.
Right.
So my mom's like, we're gonna have to change her name.
Instead of get another person.
Yeah, well, it's the day of. Like,
Well,
people
yeah.
are there, we can't, so we talk and we come up with Iman. We're gonna change her name to Iman.
It's fucking a crazy thing I ever heard.
Yeah, it's the day of my wedding, Iman. It means faith, which is ironic because none of us have it.
Right.
And so we're gonna and I hate this guy now, okay? And so we're starting the wedding thing.
That's
the
always a great
ceremony.
mindset to be in when you're
I'm
getting
like
married.
so
too.
angry.
I was in the same one with my DJ.
Really?
Like, I just fucking hate you.
Was it? Why?
Yeah,
why
I'm
did you
sorry,
do
I did my best. I'm not playing the computer.
We've obviously made up since then.
We have made up.
But yeah, it's a horrible mindset to be in while you're,
Yeah,
the
so-
happiest day of your life.
Yeah, so we're about to get married, and in a Muslim wedding, the guys and the girls sit in separate rooms, like the
Meaning the attendees or the...
and also the bride
Like
and
the
the
lamest
groom.
sock hop ever.
Yeah, this is why none of my friends were at my wedding, because it's like a lot to explain. Like,
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. So they're in a separate room, but she has to be within earshot, because he does the ceremony, and then we say the Arabic version of I do's,
Uh-huh.
So she's like sitting around the corner up the stairs. This is a completely
Where the fudge is
different
made.
You're on different floors.
yeah,
You're on different floors of a residence.
yeah, while we're getting married.
Back up one second.
Way to do it.
Back up 1 second. Why did you want to have a Muslim wedding if none of you...
My family's very religious.
Okay, so your
We're-
family is religious, but not you and your wife.
Yeah.
If you can say that on air.
No, I'm very religious. Can you
Oh, okay,
edit
yeah.
that in?
Okay, yeah.
I am very religious.
Okay, so it's a kind of a necessity to have this.
Yeah, my
okay.
parents really wanted to have
So you
a
can't just
Muslim
call an
wedding.
audible in the middle of it. And,
No, we're like, oh, no, we can't just call it.
Why should your wedding be for you anyway?
Right. It's for your culture. It's for the
Yeah. It's for
hundreds
a
of
whole
years
bunch
of
of dead
tradition.
people who
Yeah,
aren't there, but
yeah.
are hovering above you.
Invisible.
Who would disagree? Who would like look down on the wedding
Yeah,
anyway?
they wouldn't approve anything.
They wouldn't approve anyway. Yeah.
Hey, Emily?
bother?
Yeah, don't you, girl?
Yeah, it's not the wife my
Yeah.
grandmother
Yes,
had
please,
pictured
a
when I was
bunch
a
of
kid.
ghosts hovering above us.
Disapproving ghosts. So she's around the corner, and I'm sitting next to this guy, and he starts reading the wedding thing, whatever, and she's saying I do's, and I'm sitting next to the guy, and I fucking hate him. Halfway through the ceremony, this
Let me guess, a monster?
No.
Okay.
No, the monster. The guy is the only monster. This is a true story.
Okay.
Halfway through the ceremony, Beyonce's Naughty Girl starts playing in the room.
Okay, okay.
Like just the chorus over and over, like I'm a naughty girl, I'm a
Yeah.
naughty girl. I'll just hit somebody's ringtone.
Mhm.
So I'm like, this guy's gonna be so fucking upset now already. It's so shitty. I'm looking around the room to be like, who could it be?
Right.
Like the most likely candidate is her dad, who's like the 67-year-old, like Southern gentleman. Probably not him, but it literally plays for like 20 seconds. And then this is a true story. This fucking guy sitting next to me who wouldn't marry someone named Emily reaches into his pocket, pulls out a glowing cell phone. I swear. Flips it open to see who's calling. Because that's just his general ringtone for everybody, puts it down, and then but doesn't turn it off, and for 30 more seconds, like the Quran and Beyonce harmonize together.
Oh, I bet that sounded beautiful, though.
So that's our song now.
Yeah, that might actually get me into the
Yeah.
Which one was it? Single ladies? Which one?
Naughty Girl.
Naughty
It
Girl.
was a cell phone.
Yeah,
But
you know,
I want to know what his story is. You know, like how did he get here?
Yeah,
Why is that?
His shit was blowing up, though, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's doing well. He had other weddings to go to.
Wow, that's
Naughty Girl.
amazing. So, did you give him the customary tip, or?
Do you tip somebody who
Yeah.
marries you?
Yeah, you're supposed to, but I mean, like, you know, I was in the same position where, like, I was upset at
Sammy's birthday clown.
my sound person and my DJ.
Why did you not like the DJ
Or
person?
stripper.
Oh, it's such a long story, but he basically didn't do anything he said he was going to do, and
Chicken dance.
yeah, we just wanted only the
Just wanted
chicken dance to play.
Yeah.
Over and over.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm not a robot.
It's such a long story, but I mean, everything we asked him not to do, he did, and it's just typified by, I said, you know, we don't want the typical wedding music like, you know, Cool in the Gang Celebration,
Come on.
and that was the first song he
you did that
played.
one.
Yeah.
That was
He did?
yeah,
was he like trying to be like,
We
fuck
are
you?
family. We are family.
Electric Slide, isn't that one?
Yeah, we didn't want to have any of that, but in any case, so other than getting there 2 hours after he was supposed
that's a
to,
good one.
and 2 hours after he was supposed to, and then getting there the wrong day, that was another thing. He got there a day early, thankfully, not a day late. But okay, so
He got
but
there a
yeah,
day
you're supposed to tip these people. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have been so mortified. I would have left, but he stuck around and ate food and stuff. Like he was shameless about it.
So do you guys look back on it fondly, like, oh, that was a yeah.
Well, ultimately it was good because it was kind of a weird situation because it's
Kind of.
no,
Okay, she's upstairs.
no, that's not even
Beyonce's
the part.
jiggling in the pocket. You're sitting with a bunch of weird dudes.
When you say in the pocket, do you mean like musically in the
Yeah, she's in the
pocket?
pocket. That means she's in a groove right now.
Yeah, she's really belting it out, nailing it.
Yeah, in the pocket.
She was nailing it. He's nailing it.
Yeah, nothing weird about that.
Now you guys are all married. It's all fantastic. You're a lovely couple.
Well, it was cool because everybody like sort of bonded over our hatred of this guy. Because it is like, you know,
That's how we felt. Weirdest Cool Up and I. That's how we felt. We just like had to laugh at the 30th thing. We just like laughed at it and had a good time after.
Strange how people who suffer together have stronger commitment to people who are most content. Bob Dylan.
Wow, that was very lucid.
Wow, it sounded
Oh, he
actually a
fell
lot
asleep-
like
fell asleep right
he
after he
tired himself out after.
Like having one complete thought actually.
It wasn't even his thought; it was somebody else's thought.
All right, we're gonna go to a song while he's sleeping. Lock and Key, are you guys ready to go? Let's hear a song from them.
It's not spelled the way as you think. Put your hands together.
If you can somehow just remember it's not spelled the way you think, that'll help you enjoy the song a little more. Lock and Key, let's go to a song, and when we come back, we'll have more Little Gary, more Kumail on Comedy Death Ray. Beautiful, that is Lock and Key. This is Comedy Death Ray. We're back here with Kumail Nanjiani and Little Gary, of course. By the way, the show does not always sound like this. A lot of people listen to the Little Gary episodes and they say, I don't like Comedy Death Ray because it sounds horrible.
Like it's physically, I have a physical hurt when I listen to it.
Please, if this is your first time listening, listen to another episode that does not have Little Gary
That's a
on
good
it.
way to plug your show. Don't listen to this one. Go to another one.
You get joke. But later on, Lock and Key is joining me in my tribute to me song.
Your tribute to an amazing song?
My song that I have written.
Okay, well, that's exciting.
I written it down for people like me.
All right, so we're going to hear that a little later.
Yeah.
You're prepared to do a song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we get to that, why don't we do a little feature on the show? We didn't do it last week, but let's do it this week. A little something that we like to call the Entourage Recap.
Here we come. Oh, come here, give it down. All right, recap. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Turtle doesn't have enough tequila. Oh, he doesn't have enough tequila, guys. He He was supposed to have a lot of tequila. He doesn't have enough.
Well, the guy said he could have as much tequila as he wanted, and then he sold it to the store.
Yeah.
And then the guy totally goes back on it.
He's too good at his
The
job.
stakes are so high every episode.
What I love about it is, it's not that he gets into a situation where he's not good at his job. No, they're all great at their jobs.
They're amazing.
He's too good at it.
I'm not familiar with the program.
Okay.
Is he literally a turtle?
Is he related to?
Is it literally a turtle?
Oh, is it literally a turtle?
To have a shell and
That would be
No,
too.
he's human.
That would be too interesting.
Okay, that's
To have a little animated turtle hanging out with these guys.
Although now Johnny Drama's going to be an animated monkey. If anybody can
Wait, no spoilers, no spoilers. I mean, we've wrapped it up.
okay.
We're just gilding the lily right now. I think we've wrapped up this week pretty well. Do you watch Entourage? What does a guy like Kamea like to watch? Do you go see movies? Do you watch a lot of TV? What do you do?
Guy like Kamel. I watch Entourage every week.
You have to these days.
Yeah, you can't get without it.
Do you see movies? What's the last movie you saw?
I saw a bunch. I like horror. I saw Predators. That was
Predators. I did not see
With
it.
an S at the end.
This time it's plural.
This time it's plural. That is the tagline. But they only have 3 of them, first of all.
3 Predators? That's it? You would think it would be like Aliens, where it's like a shit ton of them.
Yeah, especially with the S. But the thing, okay, they do this thing where, you know how in the first one, Arnold covers himself in mud and the Predator can't see him and he kills the Predator?
Yeah, that's a classic. That's how we...
Thermal camouflage. Thermal.
Yeah.
Thermal camouflage. Yeah, very good. Are you going to fall asleep again?
Thermal camouflage. Well, in the new one, there's like a fun twist on it where Adrian Brody covers himself in mud, the Predator can't see him, and he kills the Predator. It's the exact
that sounds,
same ending. Like, exactly the same.
That's how it ends.
That's the ending. And in the beginning, one of the characters is like, oh, I heard in the 80s people in the jungle got attacked by these fucking predators, and he covered himself in mud, the Predator
It's not the first movie.
They saw the first movie. They talk about the first movie.
And then they just get out of it the exact same way.
Yeah.
It would seem like they'd have to take it up a notch. Like, if it's Predators, they'd have to cover themselves in muds.
With a lot of muds.
Several different types of mud.
It's exactly like at the end of Christmas Vacation, they're not like, Wally World is closed. Why is it always... Why do we keep coming to this fucking place?
Oh, that seems like a ripoff.
Also, I can't believe the Predators keep fucking falling for this same trick. Like, they're 8-foot-tall monsters with invisibility clothes, but you cover yourself in mud and they're fucking bamboozled.
Well, that's what separates them from human beings. Human beings can figure out, they're constantly about evolution and adapting. Yes.
Yeah.
These stupid
Question their own existence.
What's it?
I'm sorry?
Question their own existence is something I'm doing over here.
Question.
That's what humans can do.
Question the.
Question your own existence and carve a jack-o'-lantern.
That's what humans have.
separate us from the other guys.
Jack-o'-lanterns is what
You know
separates.
another animal called the jack-o'-lantern, Buggerman? You ever seen it?
What's it?
Charles Regiment?
Who?
I'm having bad day.
Yeah, slow down just a little bit.
Jack-o'-lantern, separate us from beasts.
Jack-o'-lanterns separate us from beasts. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the one difference.
But predators are not beasts. They have technology and stuff.
That's what's weird. They've invented these cloaking devices, but they haven't figured out the workaround.
They look like monsters and stuff, but they
look like these burn ward.
Yeah, but it's crazy because that means they have to be like Predator, like programmers and stuff. There have to be offices where they're working on this.
Yeah, like tech support.
There has to be Predator tech support.
Yeah. You think like these Predators would be like, hey, what's going on? I can't see the guy that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, he's covered in
But
mud.
there's a tree that looks just like the guy I've been fighting. This tree. Why is this our Achilles heel?
Okay, here's what you do. Go up to your top menu.
Yeah,
You see, click on covered in mud.
Yeah, select garden hose.
Well, Gary, have you ever thought about going to the burn ward covered in mud so they can see?
Hey, can you picture me covered in mud? Here, look, I'll go over out there and get some mud. Hang on, wait right there.
Okay, he's going to get some mud. All right.
Wait right there.
Well, Gary's going to get some mud. Yeah, you would think these guys would know how to work around this.
Yeah, it's he's back, covered in mud.
Oh my God! Camille saw
I
it,
can
right?
see him.
No, that's right here.
You're safe from predators.
Like a piece of jerky from your nightmare.
Like a piece of turkey from your nightmare?
Jerky.
Oh, jerky.
Yeah.
I have terrible nightmares about jerky.
Watch me crawl up the wall. Look.
Yeah, you look kind of like a huge turd, I have to say.
Crawling up the ceiling.
When I say huge turd, I don't mean huge in the context of, like, you know, compared to
I
dinosaurs.
understand. If I came out of you, it'd be pretty big.
Anything else about predators? We should really break this down.
Wow. What else do we have about predators? What were we talking about? I forgot.
Tech support.
Tech support. Hello, tech support.
Yeah. Tech support.
All right, tell you what, let's go to another song from Lock and Key, and when we come back, we'll have more Comedy Death Ray with Lil Gary will be here, and you have a song, you say?
Yeah, we're talking about people in my condition.
Okay, and we'll be right back with Kumail Nanjiani, and let's hear a little more Lock and Key. All right, Comedy Death Ray. Lock and Key here on Comedy Death Ray.
Come to you live.
Beautiful stuff. You're getting too excited again. Okay.
What's the website?
The website for them is lockandkey.net.
What is spelled CH?
Yes, CH.
How are you? Scott Markham site.
I'm ScottAckerman.com. No, I'm not actually. Someone else has that.
Yeah,
Squatter.
Right.
Oh, is it really a squatter?
Yeah,
is it a
there's a
real
squatter,
Scott
yeah.
Ackerman?
No, it's a
Squad
squatter.
Ackerman.
It's one of those, like,
I'm never gonna work again when you pay me for that site.
you know how you have to prove that you're actually using it. So it's one of those fake websites where it's like, learn about actors. Learn about acting. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Lil Gary, you have a song.
You know my condition.
I have.
I'm pretty little.
Yeah, but we've never actually come up with a name for it. But I do know of your condition.
I'm little as shit.
That's the condition?
Oh man, I'm so little, it's crazy. I'm smaller than a dream.
So we've talked about it
Some
before.
dreams
It gets you into all kinds of scrapes and all kinds of.
Here's the biggest problem. Is that people are freely think that Lil Gary is food.
We talked about this before.
Yeah.
People think that you're food.
I am little.
They'll be at a
Yeah.
party. There will be hors d'oeuvres
Yeah.
passed around.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you'll get
Maybe
picked up.
turkey legs out, or something small, or
You seem obsessed with turkey
or
legs.
maybe like a baby roof. You know, a baby roof.
A baby
Boof?
The baby roof.
baby.
The candy bar, the baby roof.
Oh, baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Oh, okay, good.
So sometimes if somebody just says like, hey, this baby roof walked over here.
Looks like a
And they
tiny
pick me up, and then I end up in people's mouths so much.
Oh, that must be disgusting.
It's awful.
For them. For them.
Yeah, it's awful for them. And weird on my hairdo.
Because you spend a lot of time on your hair.
I tape on in my hair.
Your hair is about almost as big as you.
It's my
by the way.
trademark. It's my trademark.
Yeah, you have just like, what do you call it? The poof? Or Snooki calls
I
it the
call
poof?
it the Wingador.
Wingador.
Yeah, it's inspired by the band Winger and a Pompadour.
So it's kind of a cross between Winger and Sha Na Na.
Yeah, look. The other side, look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, amazing.
That is really high up. I mean,
Yeah.
it almost makes you...
It helps me balance because I have no inner ear.
You have no inner ear?
What?
Your ear is all outer?
What?
It's all outer ear.
Yeah. So, people mistake me for food.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that before.
Well,
so
I'm starting a campaign for other people who people think are food.
other little people who people think are food.
Right,
Okay.
who get put there.
I'm getting better at figuring out what you're saying.
Yeah, and get put people's mouths.
Okay, I'm not that good.
Tired of being picked up
Tired of
and put
being...
in people's
Okay.
mouths.
Tired of being picked up and put in people's mouth.
So, I wrote a song.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The song is called I Am Not Food.
I'm not food, and you want to sing it here?
Yeah, Lock and Key are gonna help out.
Lock and Key are gonna help out. Kumail, will you join in as
Yeah.
well?
Of course.
Okay, give me
Anything
time,
for a
right?
good cause.
Okay, so are you all set
Yeah,
up
no, I
here?
need to get set up.
What kind of instrumentation is it? Casio DG10?
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
the best.
The best.
Yeah, even Hannah played that.
I actually think he plays a guitar, but
Take it wrong, check your facts.
pretty sure he's one of the most
Okay.
famous guitarists in the world.
Okay, check your facts.
Okay. All right. So, Lil Gary.
I'm not food.
I'm not food. This is an exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive performance. Lil
Comedy
Gary.
Death
I'm
Ray.
not food.
Yeah.
Comedy Death Ray.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lil Gary. I'm not food.
You're pretty hungry. I need to let you know that I'm not kidding. Every job is good. I know I'm gonna be alright. I'm sure you need, but I'm not just kidding. I like old smoked turkey. I like old smoked turkey. I'm not kidding. I can tell you're in the mood, and I look like that I would taste pretty good. But I am not food. I am not afraid of food. I am not food. I am not God. I am not food. I am not afraid of food. I'm not food. I am a God. Oh God, I'm not food. I swear to God, I'm not food. Don't quit. Hey, quit letting your dog lick me. I'm also not a dog toy either. Oh God, get your dog off me. I swear to God. I don't know. I'm just goddamn it. Put me down. I am not food. I swear to God, I'm not food. I'm not french fry. I'm not pizza chocolate. I am not food. I swear to God, tell your friend to put me down. I am not food. I am a guy. I won't fit in your mouth. Please don't even try. I'm not fun to chew. I swear to God, I am a guy. I'm not food. I swear to God, I'm not food. Oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Put me down. I have to go to the bathroom. I swear to God, I have to go to the bathroom. Put me down. I have to go to the bathroom. I am a I'm talking about comedy Jeff right now. I'm Frederick.
So touching. So touching.
If that helped one other person who's little as shit like me not get put in the mouth of one of the Clippers.
One of the basketball team, the
Yeah,
Clippers?
that happened to me.
Oh, who ate you?
I don't know. One of the Clippers who's he's like
Lamar Odom?
no,
Perhaps?
name
No?
another one.
Sorry, I cannot.
Okay, it was not that guy.
I dare
That's the only
anyone
one I
to.
could have named too. I was gonna be like Lamar Odom.
Right. We'll take your call in right now. If you're one of the Clippers that put me in your mouth, call the program.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
God, that is amazing. What'd you think of that, Camille?
Oh, that was amazing. It was very touching. I was crying while I was singing.
I'm probably gonna also play it to the burned up children in the hospitals.
That's a good tip, because usually they get really hungry. It's just hospital food in there,
Yeah.
and they
But
see
some
a
of them
tasty
do.
little snack.
Did I mention that they look weird as shit? Oh man, scared the bejesus out of you. You know?
But they have sweet kids' voices, and there's
No.
Their voices are-
They just like no. It's like that. What's that Tim Robbins movie where they test the acid on everybody?
They test acid on people?
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant acid, like.
No, they give them like a crazy psychedelic to make super soldier. And then they all have a bad trip that
I
goes on
really
for
don't
the
think that
rest
you've
of their
seen
life.
Jacob's Ladder.
That's the plot of the movie.
I don't think so.
That is literally the plot of the movie, exactly.
No, I think
That's it.
you're thinking of Captain America.
No! Plot of the movie, exactly.
Camille, Well, you just moved to LA. Do you drive while you're here? Do you have a car or?
I do. I hate driving.
Really? Did you drive in New York?
We had a car in New York, and by we I mean my wife had a car, and then years later I met her at a bar. So
I gotta get a piece of this.
the thing with New York is like you have to repark the car. This is again differences between New York and LA.
No, never been covered.
There's not a lot of room in New York. There's so many taxi
You have to move the
cabs.
car. Yeah, I know. Everybody's so angry.
Alternate side.
Alternate side. That's right. That's right. So I went outside once and I couldn't find my car. And we walked around for like a half hour and just couldn't find the car. And for me, it's like if something bad happens, this is true. I go to like the worst case scenario, and then the worst case scenario from that, and then the worst case scenario from that.
I go to the worst case scenario where I blame my wife first. That's the worst to me. Is I go, God damn it, what did Kulak do?
What has she done? But this is hard,
Then I think
so I
that
can't
someone
even. Yeah. But like I always like if I lose my keys, like I'll be like somebody found my keys, they know where I live, they're probably in
Lock and
the
key.
house right now.
You should
Lock
call
and
them.
key, not spelled how, different lock and key. So I'm walking around literally for like 2 hours trying to find this, and it was also the day that Michael Jackson died.
Oh, we
So,
remember
like,
that day.
June 20,
We did a show.
Things.
2009.
Was that right?
Yeah.
A day that will
A
live in.
day that will live in grief for me.
Was it really June 25th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check your Google Net.
We did a show on June 26th. You can go back and listen to that show with Dax Shepard, who we started talking about what a scumbag Michael Jackson was, and Dax got very uncomfortable with that line of conversation. But
is he friends with him?
no. Just, what
somebody-
celebrity wants to go on the record talking about another celebrity? And
Don't pitch on beloved people the day after they die. The day after they die.
But it's been a year, though, now. We can all talk about it, right?
The day after they die.
Yeah.
The day after maybe was a little soon,
Yeah,
but we can
listen.
talk about it now.
Listen.
He was a real fucking scumbag. Anyway, go ahead.
Quietly
Commander.
distance myself from
Speaking
this
of-
dreaded logic over in the corner.
Topics that haven't been covered. Michael Jackson. What a weird face he had. See, you're used to that. With your.
So it was the day.
Oh,
that
so
he
I
died.
was walking around and it's Brooklyn, so like people are playing like Michael Jackson
see.
songs, you know.
Yeah.
But as I like get more desperate about trying to find my car, the song choices also get more desperate.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it's like Smooth Criminal, but
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the end, it's like Earth Song or whatever. Seriously, like yeah, it's like Have You Seen My Childhood is playing.
Have you seen
Like
my child?
Have you seen my car? So we can't find the car, so we call 911, and they're like, and I know they're like, your car was stolen, and I was like, I don't think it would have been stolen because there was a Martin Scorsese movie shooting there, and there were like people around the whole time.
So you're arguing with the policeman.
But they're like, it was stolen. So I go home, I play video games, I wake up the next day, we call the cops show up, and they're like, okay, let's get in the car and drive around and
Their
look
car.
for it. Yeah, their car. Which seems like so inefficient to me. Like,
Yeah,
we're just
really.
gonna drive around and like hopefully run into the car that somebody stole.
So strange.
Remember, you're a pretty handsome guy. It's lonely out in that square.
Just need a handsome, swarthy man in the back.
I've never been to Pakistan. What's that like?
Is it pretty hot?
Yeah, must be
You like spicy food?
Yeah.
You're used to having spicy things in your mouth.
Yeah. Like policeman dick.
Is that pretty
Well,
spicy?
Gary, I'm gonna have to ask you to.
Getting right to it. We refrain from that.
How dare you?
We can
I made this show.
We can intimate
How dare
things like
you?
that, but we can't actually say them.
Yeah, all the double entendres are gone.
I love this country more than almost anybody.
You don't love the USA
It's not
more than
I'm
me.
not a citizen, but I love it.
Where are you
Yeah,
from?
You know, I'm French Canadian.
Keep forgetting that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you drive around
We drive around for 45 minutes, and then in a street like 4 blocks over, we find the car, and there's like a sticker on it that says "moved by movie production." So like they just moved it and didn't tell anybody. Like Martin Scorsese was just like, "Oh, you like this car? Well, go fucking find it now."
What?
And then on the sticker it also said "moved to," and then the address. of where I found the car, but the sticker was on the car. So once you find the car, you have all the information you need to find the car
That's okay.
that you just found.
That's your plan.
Do you think Scorsese was
Fuck
in your car?
Scorsese. Yeah, I like to imagine him like, oh man, I gotta drive this around now. His shitty.
Somebody should move his eyebrows.
Wait, what?
Back
What
to
was
the
that
crack of
about?
his ass where they came from.
You heard what I said.
What? Does he? Can't he not? Can he not move his eyebrows?
No, they're
She was just saying they're too bushy, and
They're amazing.
so someone should move them.
I see. Yeah.
There's children hiding in the eyebrows playing doctor.
Right. Like he moves something that's close to me, so let's move something that's
You should
valuable
start
to
an
him.
awareness campaign for that, little
Yeah, people with eyebrows freak me out.
children hiding in eyebrows.
Yeah, children. The children hiding in somebody's eyebrows.
Write a song about that next time you're
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
See if you can spare the 2 minutes to write that song.
Alright.
All right, let's go to another song from Lock and
Lock and
Key.
Key.
Guys, what do we have? This is Comedy Death Ray. We'll be right back with Kumail and Lil Gary. A little more Lock and Key. Oh, so beautiful. Love it.
These songs are the opposite of each other. I don't know if voices can have opposites, but
Yeah, I know. It's like such a strange combination to have Lil Gary and Lock and Key here. It's like the most soothing thing in the world.
And then Little Gary.
All right, so by request, why don't we do a feature that we have not we have not done this on the show.
What would you eat?
No, what would you eat?
Who would you rather eat?
No, not who would you rather. We played that far too many times. So by request, this is by request. Let's play a little game called What Am I Thinking? Yeah. This is the What Am I Thinking theme song. Only played once before, I believe.
It's very scary.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is What Am I Thinking? We haven't played this in a long time. Let me explain it for both my guests and the listeners. Basically what happens is Kumail and I, let's say, we're going to each think of a separate word and not tell each other what this word is, okay? So now we're going to
Just a word?
Yeah, just any word in the English language. Let's stick to English just for today.
Oh, come on, guys.
And we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and then say the word. Okay, we'll each say our separate word, right, at the same time. And then our two words are going to be wildly different, all right? And
What if they're not?
well, I've played it one time with Kulop and I. We got the same word right from
Oh,
the
that's adorable.
it happened to be the thing we were looking at.
Right.
So it was,
Not just normal brain function.
I don't think there's any kind of weird
Like
connection there.
microphone.
We're looking at a dog, and we both said dog. Wow.
So when we say the word, we're then going to try to think of the compromise word, the word that is in between those two words,
Yeah.
the word that is maybe the combination, or the
Halfway
word
between
halfway in between those two
The missing
words.
link.
Okay, then we're going to say, actually it's 3, 2, 1, is it? So it's 3, 2, 1, and then we'll say the word that we think is the combination word,
Okay.
and we'll keep doing that until we say the same word.
Oh my god.
Does that make sense?
Do we have to limit it to nouns or anything?
No, it can be anything, and just each time you say a different word, you have to think of the compromise in between those words. So it's not the compromise from the first two words that we've said.
All
each
right,
time.
got
Okay,
it.
got it?
Got
Okay,
it.
so why don't you and I play first, and you can narrate, little Gary. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, and then we say 3, 2, 1, and then we say the word.
Okay.
Okay, so are you ready? Do you have a word in mind?
Yeah.
And Mike's
All right.
Zuckerman have squared off with the microphones, preparing their words. And now they're here they come.
All right, here we go.
There they go.
3, 2, 1.
Jealousy.
Scorsese. Okay, Scorsese and
The
jealousy.
word yeah, jealousy.
Are the two words.
Scorsese. Now,
Jealousy
so you're playing at home.
and Scorsese. Okay,
So
ready?
now we have to find another middle word?
Yeah, the middle in between those. Ready? So it's got to go quickly. So whatever. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Tarantino.
Raging and
The
Tarantino.
correct answer was Gambino.
Raging and Tarantino. Okay, so here we go. As quickly as we can. Oh, and by the way, you say 3, 2, 1 with me. So we,
Oh, sorry.
here we go. Ready? Okay, so we have Tarantino and Raging. Here we are. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Roger
Bastards.
Avery.
Roger Avery and Bastards.
The correct answer was Robert Rodriguez.
There is no correct
Yes,
answer.
there is. It's always the correct answer.
All right, Roger Avery and Bastards.
Okay.
Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Inglorious.
Pulp and Inglorious.
The
What's
correct
the in
answer
between?
was
There's no
Eli
correct
Roth.
answer. All right. So what's in between Pulp and Inglorious? Ready? Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Jackie.
Blur.
Jackie and Blur. Okay, interesting. Is that what you said?
Little
Blur?
Gary was
Yeah,
actually
all right.
thinking Jackie Brown, and that would have been.
Okay,
That would we would have. Yeah, Little Gary and I would
closed it out,
have.
right?
Okay. So,
Okay.
but now we're on two separate things. So Jackie and Blur.
It's gonna be now halfway through.
Halfway between Jackie and Blur.
I like you always say halfway, like how I say it. After I say
Halfway.
it, halfway.
Halfway. All right.
Oh my
so,
God, I really went the wrong way.
Yeah, you really did.
I went the wrong way.
Yeah, the correct
Okay.
answer was obviously Jackie Brown.
Jackie was
Yeah.
the right
All right, so
answer.
Jackie and Blur. Here we go. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Gorillas. Okay, Gorillas and
Oh
Fiction.
my God, what is going on?
Gorillas and Fiction. What's in between? Here we go. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Oh my God, I don't have
Gorillas and Fiction. Okay, just any of the first word that comes to mind. Here we
Okay.
go. 3, 2, 1. Mist.
Sponge.
Okay, Mist and Sponge.
The correct answer
Okay.
was.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Water.
Washing.
Oh, we were so close.
Okay, okay.
Washing and water. Here we
Okay.
go. 3, 2, 1. Machine. See, that is
I
not
messed
how you
up.
play.
I messed up.
That is.
Penalty, Pakistan.
I didn't wait, I was representing Pakistan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For the home listener,
Sit
what
down.
happened was Camille paused
I
and then
got
looked,
confused.
to me and said what I was saying at
That's
the same time.
called
Washing and water, we were so close.
That is a disqualification.
Oh,
Camille.
no.
I'm so sorry. All right, so.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was representing Pakistan.
Yeah, you were.
All right,
What,
so
what are you representing?
I'm representing America and Lil Gary's French Canada.
Yeah, French Canada.
All right, so
yeah.
America and French Canada. Let's square off. All right, ready? Are you ready, Lil Gary?
Wait, first word comes to mind.
First word that comes to mind. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Safari.
Dog and safari. All right.
Wow, pretty close already.
3, 2, 1. Hyena.
Pack and hyena.
3, 2, 1.
Coyote. 3, 2, 1. Kangaroo. 3, 2, 1. Coyote. 3, 2, 1. Nicholson. 3, 2, 1. Easy Rider. 3, 2, 1. Motorcycle. 3, 2, 1. Henry. 3, 2, 1. Iron Man. 3, 2, 1. Robert Downey Jr. That is.
I actually couldn't hear your words
So
anymore.
French Canada loses?
Yeah, French Canada.
Unfortunately,
we've been losing for 500 years.
French Canada did not say a word.
Yeah.
We gotta get. Okay, so Camille, you ready to play?
Ever since
Yeah, okay,
Beavers
now I
ran
get
out.
it.
Okay, Lil Gary, do you want to play Camille since this is the only matchup that hasn't happened? French
Yeah,
Canada
okay.
versus Pakistan.
Okay,
Here we
ready?
go.
3, 2, 1.
Umbrella.
Fudge.
Okay, hold on. Fudge and umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, fudge and umbrella. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Chocolate
Rain.
dumpling.
Chocolate dumpling and rain.
Chocolate topping.
Chocolate topping and rain.
And what was yours?
Rain.
Rain.
Rain and
Okay.
chocolate topping. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Eddie
Drizzle.
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy and Drizzle. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy and Drizzle. Interesting. All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1. Arsenio.
Arsenio and what?
Bowfinger. Because he
Arsenio
has
and
that
Bowfinger.
rain in the movie.
I thought we were going to be talking about a Santa Monica trainee hooker when we said Drizzle.
I'm gonna quietly distance myself from Matt Cocker and Comet up here on the ceiling.
All right, so what do we have? We have Arsenio and Bowfinger.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Arsenio and Bowfinger.
Coming to America.
I didn't know what was going to happen. We had it. That's what,
Pakistan takes it.
Pakistan takes
that's
it.
what was going to happen.
All right, so this is the showdown round. It's Pakistan and America. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You have a word?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ice.
Soundproof. Okay, soundproof and ice. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Freezer. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cube.
Yeah!
Pakistan and America have won this.
Now this means you have to send a relief to our flood efforts.
Yes, don't worry, that's coming.
That's what
And
this means.
that is how you play What Am I Thinking? that's going to wrap it up for this week. Before we do wrap it up, though, I want to go to our most popular feature of all time. You know what it is. Yeah, he's so excited for it. Let's go to the plug song. What do we have, Engineer Joe, the sequel?
Plug all day, plug all night. Every moment without plugs is a dumb moment, so stop whining. We are listening to plugs. We are processing the plugs as our human race. Plug or be plugged. Also, I fuck dogs.
That is Plugs, Plug All Day, Plug or Be Plugged by Brad Garoon. That was a good one.
Yeah,
He said every moment,
dogs.
every moment without plugs is a dumb moment. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
So we want to credit him. I also want to credit last week's plug songs by Evan Sheets. He's turned in a lot of really good ones, and we thank him for that, but I didn't get a chance to say that on the show last week. All right, so what do we got, guys? Camille, let's start with you. What do you have to plug? Remember, this is national. This is international. Going anywhere you want.
I'll be at Bumbershoot in Seattle.
Fantastic. What date is that?
That's like the 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever that weekend is. Labor Day weekend in Seattle.
Okay, so this weekend.
Yes, this weekend, yeah.
Okay, great. So, and you're doing some shows there?
Yeah, with John Mulaney and Nick Kroll. It'll be good.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, that's the only thing you want to plug. You have a lot of real estate here. You can plug anything you want.
Oh, man.
Didn't know this was coming, huh? Surprise plugs.
No, I think that's
Grenade.
good.
All right, that'll be good for you. All right, little Gary.
Oh man, I got a crazy flower coming up. I got to, oh man, here's the plug. Give me a second. I'm gonna be hiding at Ralph's Litter.
Hiding at Ralph's Litter? No, later.
Yeah,
Hiding at Ralph's. Where are you going to be hiding?
Hide around at the Ralph's on Vineland.
Where do you hide when you hide?
I can't tell you. Wouldn't you like to know?
Let me guess. In the Campbell's soup pile?
Yeah, damn it. I'll find somebody for you. Then I'm also gonna be, look at this little children that got burned.
Children that got burned. Good, yeah. Put
If I
some
can,
on there.
if I can stomach it.
Oh, yeah. It's hard.
Then what else? Going on tour with Lock and Key for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I think that worked out pretty good. They have not yet agreed to this statement.
Who opens for who, or is it a co-headlining?
Still being disguised. Still being disguised, man. Very much still up in the air. It'll probably be a two-hander. Like Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, alternate nights, alternate starters.
Like Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis and Cop Out?
Yeah, two-hander.
Yep.
The two
All right, well, as for me, I believe if everything went well, we have a new Between Two Ferns up right now, so hopefully people are enjoying. I'm expecting, let me just say, we're taping this before it gets released. I'm expecting mixed reviews. So maybe you love it, maybe you don't, but check it out over on Funny or Die. That is if we haven't backed out of putting it up there. Okay, so
Wow.
if all went well, it's up there right now.
That's really a lot of intrigue.
Yeah. What's going on?
A long story. All right, and that is plugs, and I want to thank my guests. Camille, thank you so much for
Thank
dropping
you
by.
for
A lot of
having
great
me.
stuff. Little Gary, hopefully you're... Oh, he's asleep. I was going to tell him hopefully it's not so long in between his visits next time, but he'll go back and listen to the show, I'm sure. All right, so let's try to be very quiet and...
Bridget Nielsen, I love you so much.
Bridget Nielsen from Beverly Hills Cop 2?
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, he's still in from Celebrity Rehab?
At Celebrity Rehab?
Yeah, she's not looking that great these days. She's so tall, though, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. We want what we don't have.
We want what we are not.
Bridget, don't, please. Please, I'm a married French-Canadian midget.
I didn't know he was currently married. He said he used to be married.
Yeah, 3 women, 2 of them were drinkers, right?
Yeah, but I guess one he's still with.
Huh. I wonder if it's a normal size
Bridget, I
one.
can't breathe. Stop.
What is she doing to him?
Bridget, I can't breathe. Bridget, I can't breathe. Don't sit on me. Don't sit on me, Bridget.
All right. Little Gary. Lovable, irascible scamp. Did I say irascible? Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay.
Oh,
He's back
hey.
up.
Hey, how do you feel about Bridget Nielsen?
Who?
Brigitte
Nielsen.
That chick scares the crap out of me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Did we start the show yet?
Yeah, no, we're all done with it, actually. No, look, Gary, we already did all this.
Together. Oh, we did that.
Yeah, we did all of it. All right, well, thanks to my guest. And Lock and Key is going to close this out. This has been Comedy Death Ray. Thanks for listening. And here's a little more music from Lock and Key. Comedy Death Ray. Best song. Now, we have had several songs on the show over the past year, and people have come by and been gracious enough to provide us with musical performances, exclusive musical performances, and we are here to determine the best song. And you may be wondering, why am I over-describing this? And that's purely because I'm looking at the nominees.
Oh! Behind the scenes!
The nominees were...
Wait, who is this gentleman?
Who's this now?
Announce yourself!
Hey, Scott, and Sir...
Dame Sir.
Dame Sir.
Please.
Thomas Lennon from Reno 911.
From Reno 911 in the state and Viva Variety?
Thanks for throwing out the middle slice of
Well, you guys are
ice
getting
cream
back
that
together.
sometimes gets left in the icebox.
We broke the news about your reunion on this very
Yes,
program.
we did.
Oh, yes.
On the
San Francisco Schedule Festival.
Schedule Festival. Yes.
You were there last year. That was your
Indeed,
first
I
appearance
was.
on this program.
Oh, we had a dear old time.
Bonus episode 2.
Bonus episode 2. One was Garfunkel and Oates.
Yes, well, I have them right in front of me.
Great, let's hear the rest of them.
Okay. I'm not sure why you're chiming in on this when I have them right in front of me.
I'm
We have
testing my brain.
It's exciting.
That'll make sure that you don't get Alzheimer's in the future.
Also, don't drink out of those cans.
Yeah. All right, we have
Or the aluminium.
Or don't use any deodorant is the other one.
None, I don't. All natural.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
It's me.
I was wondering what that was.
No, it's me.
I
that's
thought
sort
it
of
was.
Tom's of Maine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought there was a pot dispensary next door.
Nope.
No, that's just natural.
It's my pits.
It's natural pits.
Have you ever thought to do a musical about armpits?
Only every day.
All right, the nominees for Best Song are Weirder Scott with Halo. I realized I should have nominated Hello. That's a far better entry. That got almost no votes. Let's see. The Monster Fuck song from our Halloween episode. We have Lil Gary's I'm Not Food. Steel Panther's I Want It That Way. And Garfunkel and Oates, they covered a Weird Al song to his face. They covered One More Minute. A lot of times you don't get to cover a song to someone's face.
What cheek?
At someone.
How dare they?
I'm going to cover your song at you.
Simply isn't up.
But they did it, so... The winner is Weirder Scott with Halo. No, that's of course not true. Of course, Tom Lennon.
Of course not. That song was terrible.
It's actually my second cousin, Little Gary, I believe, right?
Lil Gary is the winner. Lil
Yeah.
Gary, I'm Not Food, with 40% of the vote, is the winner.
Wow, that's really not that much percent of the vote. I thought it was
No, I
slightly
mean,
higher.
no, considering everyone else.
Well, no, I understand.
Everyone else is in the tens, so.
Oh, so there you go. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so take that, Garfunkel.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
4 times as many votes as anyone else.
That's a
got.
lot, yeah.
So,
But I have breaking.
Lil Gary, let's explain Lil Gary, because this is a lot of
Little
people's
Gary.
first.
Okay, if you don't know
time
about Little
listening to
Gary,
the show.
Little Gary is my second cousin.
Yes.
Little Gary is about 23 inches tall.
Yeah, he's in between a midget and mini-me.
Exactly. He is a great guy. He has a couple of health problems.
Yeah. Couple is
Couple.
putting it lightly.
He's a guy who's been he's a small guy, so like he gets trampled more than a lot of people.
Yeah.
He gets
More than most.
Yeah, more than most.
To block one of his arteries, all he really has to do is bend over.
Right.
Just
He
crimps
sometimes
it.
has to breathe out of his eyeballs because he's so messed up. He's been on fire probably more than almost anybody. I would say take all the people you know that have been on fire for a while,
Combine them. Divided by 0.
Yeah, you don't have to divide it. He's been on fire more.
Divided by 1, I should say.
The little dude catches on fire a lot.
Yeah.
You want to play the song first? And then
Yeah, we should play the song. Basically, he came by the show in a recent episode, and he had been having some troubles recently with
People think he's food. Because he is pretty small.
Now, see, this all makes more sense to me than this Zach Galifianakis. Still, I don't get it.
It is the beard, by the way.
It's just
Mind-boggling.
he's got a beard.
But a really amazing, a really thick, full, bushy.
I take nothing from that beard.
No, it works hard to be wearing.
Indeed.
It's prodigious.
It is distended and bushy. So,
I got a telegram, and it seems...
from Western Union?
Yeah, I got a Western Union telegram.
Did it arrive in a time machine?
It came... You can still get them. It came, this guy, and... Here's the thing.
This guy? Wait, which guy?
You know that Little Gary had been doing rodeos for the poor.
Yeah, heavily established. He's doing rodeos for the poor. Not to
Then he
benefit the
found
poor,
out later
but
that
the
all
poor.
rodeos are for poor people.
Yeah.
Rich people don't go to rodeos.
Yeah.
Then he had also been working as a freelance piñata. in Ciudad Juarez. This is something...
Did we know that?
No, this was news to me, and everybody on my mom's side of the family has been pretty upset by
How
this.
does one work as a freelance pinata?
Here's the thing, not many people... You and I couldn't probably do it. We're not 23 inches tall, and we don't look like a burned old little log. So he was working as a freelance... They're so poor in Ciudad Juarez. You know, the drug cartels have taken over 100%.
Oh, of course, yeah, we know that.
They rule the city. So what little Gary was doing...
You're really breaking up on it. Boy, you are getting so emotional.
Would you like a tissue?
Yeah, I will take one. Thanks.
Would you like another?
I would.
They're very thin.
Boy, these are really, really thin.
Yeah, you might want to invest in some 2-ply tissue.
I'll take
my handkerchief.
So, little Gary had been working as a freelance. Here's the thing. The people down there, because the drug cartels can't afford a pinata, they're not going to use more than one time. You understand me? So what little Gary was doing is he would, for a fee, a nominal fee, you could hang him in your backyard for a party, and you could fill up his shirt and slacks with candy, and then children, of course, would get out broomsticks and they would whack until the candy...
Because they don't play baseball down there, so there are no baseball bats to whack a pinata with.
That might be what happened, and apparently...
They do clean their houses.
He had a long weekend, and I guess he did a couple quinceañeras in a row. And
this is difficult.
It's hard for me to get through. He had done a couple quinceañeras, so and he's making $2 or $3 probably US dollars per quinceañera. Where
it's interesting, one would think that quinceañera would be a time that a young girl would want to grow out of pinatas.
No, these girls, not only that, but they're strong and they've got the bloodlust, and they see this is a living pinata, and I think they get this Latin bloodlust, and they look in his eyes and they see fear.
Yeah, they're very fiery.
I've seen that on Modern Family.
There's a little bit of blood in the water, so they realize, this pinata's somewhat alive, and they went to town.
Where does the candy come out of?
His shirts and pants.
Oh, okay.
And I guess his socks. But basically what's happening then is you gotta understand, he's not padded, he's not a stunt man. No. He's not a professional actor.
He's just a little fellow stuffed with candy.
He's a little fellow whose clothes are stuffed with candy. So, he did not survive his last quinceañera.
No, this is horrible. I cannot believe what you just said, Thomas Lennon.
He fought for a long time. He held on and fought. Because he's a fighter. You know he's a fighter.
No!
But little Gary,
no!
I am so sad to say.
Oh, no.
Little Gary has gone on to his reward. And I like to think for me and for my mom's entire side of the family.
You don't get to do this!
I like to think for my mom's entire...
You don't get to come on and do this!
My mom's whole side of the family.
Not at the end of the year!
I just hope...
Not in a time of celebration! You don't get to do this, Thomas!
I just hope that he's in a better place. And I'll be honest, if you consider that the place he was in was tied to a tree in a backyard in Ciudad Juarez, being whacked with poles for a quinceañera, any place he's in is better, really.
Poor little Geralt.
Half of the fans will be so upset.
But I want to, in honor of him winning this award, I wanted to play "I'm Not Food for You" the way the way he would want to be remembered.
Makes it all better, actually.
I thought I would tribute.
I don't feel bad at all anymore.
A very small, unfortunately dead, badly burned, frequently partially trampled friend.
Yes.
Little Gary, and the song is called "I'm Not Food."
Comedy Death Ray.
I see you looking at me. You look pretty hungry. I need to let you know that I'm not candy or a piece of beef jerky. I know I'm kind of little, barely up to your knees, but I'm not a skittle or a leg of small turkey. I'm not that little. I can tell that you're in the mood, and I look like I swear to God, I'm not food. Hey, quit letting your dog lick me. I'm also not a dog toy either. Oh God, get your dog off of me. I swear to God, put me down. I'm not food. I swear to God, I'm not food. I swear to God, I am not food. I'm not taffy either. Tell your friend to put me down. I won't fit in your mouth. Please don't even try. I'm not fun to chew. I swear to God, I am a god. Oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, put me down. I cannot breathe, put me down. I have to go to the bathroom. I swear to God, I have to go to the bathroom. I am not food, I am a god. Comedy Death Ray, downtown Franklin. Tell what's going on. That's a little Gary. Wherever he is. Wherever he is, buddy.
Thomas Lennon,
Star Trek, may I say?
Reno 911.
May I say something?
I'm Not Food, Unplugged. Yes, Dame Sir. Do you want to buy that song?
I must ask for the return of my handkerchief, as I have been so moved. Dominic, the song you have just sung is a fitting eulogy for little Geralt, and I do hope he is enjoying his reward.
I'm going now,
into
too.
great beyond.
When you cry,
I'm going.
I hear the resemblance.
I'm going. He's on my mother's side.
I hope that he is resting comfortably in hell.
In fairness, it would probably not face him. If you've been partially or even fully trampled,
And on fire that
on
much.
fire that
probably
much,
pretty
he
comfortable.
probably is. Honestly, he's probably
Stands to reason.
I hope they might put him in charge of like a bulgia or what do you call those in hell?
Bulger.
Yeah.
I hope that he gains a few inches, in the afterlife.
Could you imagine a taller little Geralt?
Then again, maybe I hope that he doesn't, because I can't imagine.
Scotric, if a man's reach does not exceed his grasp, how is he better than the common ape?
Ah, yes, that is so true.
I know. You're welcome.
Well, Tom, thank you so much for coming by and accepting this award in his
Thank you.
to celebrate
It's
his
It's
legacy.
been a hard time for everybody.
He will no longer be on the show. I know that disappoints a percentage of the audience. He will no longer be on Comedy Death Ray.
He did his best. He did his best.
He was supposed to be
Little
here
guy.
every week. He was supposed to be our announcer every single week, and he did his best.
God,
But
he got trampled a lot.
Yeah.
God, he got burned a lot.
He only made one or
You
two
know.
or three appearances this
And he
year.
also got pinned and stuck under things that would never happen to you guys.
Well, good on him.
What an uncharmed life he led.
Yeah. Well, Tom, thank you so much for dropping by. What's up, Austin dogs? It's time for a live edition of Comedy Death Ray Radio from Austin, Texas, South by Southwest. How's everyone doing tonight? Coming to the stage are two more special guests for the show. The first one you may know as a Canadian. And he is 1/5 of the legendary comedy troupe. Oh, he's already on stage. It's Dave Foley. Dave Foley is here. Dave Foley is here.
I was going to say that was an awesome interview.
Oh, thank you so much.
That was extraordinary. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. Well, let's get into it with you.
All right. No, I meant the interview you just did with me. Thanks.
And good night.
Oh, that was really amazing.
Thanks, Dave. Dave, it's great to see you, buddy.
Lovely to see you.
You were once booked on the show. You didn't show up.
Yeah.
And we talked about you the entire episode.
I haven't heard it yet. I should really download it.
But here you are. We do have one other special guest who's going to come out right now, and we didn't know if he was going to make it. He's a curious fellow that I met a while ago. He was sort of, I used to do the show, or it still is on Indie1031.com, which is a great radio station, and I was given an announcer for the show, and he only worked one day, and barely that, and since then he's gone on to work in rodeos and as a piñata. Anyway, his name is Little Gary. Did he make it?
Hi, Lil Gary. Or is it Lil, or what do I call you? Gary? I can't remember.
You can't breathe so bad. I'm out of breath from the thing. Oh, God, I'm falling asleep.
Oh, no, he's falling asleep. He must be standing up. For the home listener, if you haven't heard of Lil Gary before, he's, and Dave, this is your first time meeting him, I'm sure. He's
Chewbacca, don't eat me, Chewbacca.
Lil Gary is so small that the blood circulation doesn't get to his body, so he can only fall asleep when he stands up. Oh, he sat back down. He's awake. He's somewhere in between a midget and mini-me. He's kind of on that scale, and he has a very peculiar voice. I don't know why he decided to get into radio.
The sweet residuals.
The sweet residuals. So, Gary, what have you been up to since we last saw you?
Man, I was working as a piñata.
Working as a piñata, yes.
I'm down to Ciudad Juarez. And they're here for a piñata, so they hear the guy sometimes.
I have no idea what you just said. Any way you can clear it up, slow it down?
They're here for the piñata, so they hear the guy sometimes.
Much better, thank you. Now, Lil Gary, we heard over the holidays that you had passed away. We had quite a jolt and a scare there.
There was a terrible quinceañera.
I think I heard the word quinceañera.
See Kyle.
See Kyle? I think it was.
Oh yeah, I kind of been getting into white power lately.
Getting into white power?
No, I said see Claro.
Oh, see Claro.
That's
okay.
fine, it's fine. I agree with you, lady.
Well, Dave, any questions?
Nothing but.
Well, it's great to see you.
I'm pressing your head.
That I could make out.
Dave, tell us what you've been up to since the last time you were booked on the show and didn't come. What? You're doing stand-up lately. You did some shows with us last night here at South by Southwest.
I think I did what was called an early and a late show.
I believe that is a technical
I think
term.
that's the stand-up lingo. But yeah, I started doing I started just before Christmas for financial reasons.
Get it together. I mean, for financial reasons.
Well, I could say it was for the artistic challenge, but I heard that if you're marginally famous and you can put together like 20 minutes, you can go out and bilk the public for a lot of money. Thank you, public.
So you've been putting together an act. You've been going out there on the road. And,
yeah.
What are you doing? You like working towards a big tour? Or?
Well, I'm hoping once I've got enough material, I'm hoping to go out and just do tour, play clubs, and do shows. I'm up to about 45 minutes, which is almost enough to call an act.
Yeah.
I think. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah, about just under an hour would be great, yeah.
Well, that's 45 minutes. That's 3/4 of an hour.
Well, that's fantastic. Have anyone seen Dave's stand-up? Did you see any of his shows? Yeah. If you like hearing the C word, you're in luck, because it's coming up several times during
I
your
was
show.
going to say, are there children in the audience on account of Pee Wee being here? Because that's something I should be aware of.
I think they all took off.
They
I think we're
children
good.
go, oh, great, I can say cunt.
Finally.
Oh, now I
I
can breathe
have to tell
again.
you, during that whole interview, I was keeping it in.
Oh, well, yeah, you don't want to scar it.
We're on the tip of all of our tongues.
All right, well, it's great to have you. It's great to have you both here. We have a little bit more time on the show. And,
That was a pun when I said cunt was on the tip of our tongues.
yeah, we.
Here's a slow burn!
We have Lil Gary. Are you all right?
Yeah, fine, keep going.
I hate to hear the word "slow burn" in any context around you.
I
Because
don't know if it's so burn somebody's head.
I take it Little Gary's been emulated, that's the term? Emulated, that's it.
he has a propensity
Set on fire.
for getting into
Perhaps on
accidents.
fire.
Black Baker's dozen times.
A dozen times.
Some Baker's dozen, one extra.
All right. We have time for one of our most popular features if you guys want to play.
Sure.
Would anyone be interested in playing a little bit of Would You Rather? All right, it's time to play Would You Rather.
All right.
Yeah, it's time to play. There we go.
There.
The very small amount of rehearsal we had covered this, I believe. A little louder if we could. It's really meant to be. All right, yes.
I was working on that with Judd Apatow.
All right, so it's time to play Would You Rather. We all know how we play this. First, we fade the music like we practiced. And then, what I like is that a lot of new listeners are going to come to the show for the Paul Rubens interview, and they are immediately going to
I'm
be
a
turned off.
divider. I am a divider. Split the vote.
All right, we all know how we play this. Basically, people send us Would You Rather scenarios to our Twitter account, which is CDRWYR.
There still might be kids here, come on.
Okay. And they send us these scenarios, and then I will read the scenarios, and then I will open the floor for questions. You can ask me any question you like about either scenario. I have all the information here at my fingertips. And then I will close the floor for questions. We will vote, and then we will tally up the points.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
All right, here we go. All right, so Robert Schley asks, would you rather only eat anthropomorphic fish? We don't vote yet. That is a classic Would You Rather blunder.
Every time.
Would you rather eat only anthropomorphic fish who told hilarious jokes right before you ate them? Or eat your hands every morning? Would you rather only eat anthropomorphic fish who told hilarious jokes right before you ate them, or eat your hands every morning? All right, I'm opening the floor for questions. Yes, any questions?
Seems like a fairly straightforward choice.
No, you don't have all the answers yet.
These anthropomorphic fish, are they anthropomorphic only in that they tell jokes? Or do they have arms for fins? How anthropomorphic are these fish?
We're talking about an incredible Mr. Limpet scenario.
Are we?
Describe the fish, sir.
Lil Gary is correct. They are anthropomorphic in the sense of that when they're underwater, instead of swimming like fish do, they tend to stand and use their fins as like arms and legs.
Do they look like donuts?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot like Shark Tale, which is a film very close to my heart. Where their faces faces are a lot like the faces of celebrities as well. So Will Smith's face is what we modeled the lead character in Shark Tale after. So it's a lot like that. So it's almost like you're eating a celebrity who's a fish every day.
Yeah. Who's telling jokes.
Who's telling jokes, yeah. Which maybe you enjoy that. Maybe you enjoy the jokes and you don't mind eating a fish that's alive who tells you a joke.
Hey, Mark, Scarman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might be quicker to eat them if I wasn't enjoying the jokes, though.
Question from Little Gary.
Do your hands taste like hands or they taste like food?
Great question. I believe for the listener, do your hands taste like hands or taste like food? Your hands actually taste like pizza with hand topping. So it's like bread and tomato sauce.
This is like a test for the great King Solomon. When he cut that baby in half.
Did you say the King Sodomy?
Would like our hands grow back every day, or would we have to like just portion out our hands over the course of a lifetime? Like we'd have to be like, oh, that's all I can. All right, that's it for today.
Great question, Dave.
Yeah.
For the first 20 years, your hands grow back. And then you get used to eating, and you get used to eating 2 whole hands every day.
Yeah.
And then you have to portion them out at the end of 20 years for whatever time you have left in your life. And it's just not satisfying because you're used to eating those 2 hands every day, and then you have to portion it out.
Does the option of eating anyone else's hands come in?
Great question.
Perhaps the derelict's hands? A derelict.
Oh, a derelict.
Hobo. A lost man.
Hobo hands.
Hobo hands. Could we eat hobo hands?
Hobo hands.
On Friday, because you're Catholic, yes, you eat a hobo's
They
hands.
have a hobo hand. Hobo hand.
Little Gary, question?
Can you put liquor made on them?
Again, you're going to have to slow it down, please. Add some consonants, maybe.
Liquor made on them.
I think I heard, can you put lemonade on them?
Liquor made.
Lickamade.
Lickamade?
Can you put lickamade on them?
Yeah.
I think
Only the Canadian guy understands me. It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's like backwards thing.
What exactly is lickamade?
It's like a sugar, powdered sugar with flavor added to it.
Yeah.
It usually comes with a candy stick that you lick and dip in the powdered sugar.
Oh, okay, yeah, great question. No. No, in this universe, lickamade is banned by the evil warlord
Phantom Zone.
who rules us. Yes, the Phantom Zone, yes.
You can't get this was set in the Phantom Zone.
Yes, General Zod has outlawed lickamade.
Good to know.
Good to know, yes. Dave, any other questions for you? You haven't asked a lot of questions about the fish.
I haven't about the fish? No.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fish, could they be prepared in a light lemon sauce?
Great question. Unfortunately, the warlord who presides over this dimension, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he has outlawed lemons. Yeah, so...
This is like the Twilight Zone. Where Malcolm Jamal Warner and lemons.
All right, I'm just about to close the floor for questions. Here we go. I'm closing the floor. The floor is closed. All right, gentlemen, how do you like to vote? We'll start with Dave Foley.
I think all in all, I think I'm going to, I would eat the anthropomorphic fish.
And why is that? Oh, we have some applause here from the gentleman in the front row. He appreciates that choice.
Because I have a strong desire to actually eat human flesh, and I figure that's probably the socially acceptable way of experiencing it.
Now, this is where I'm confused. You have a strong desire to eat human flesh, and
Doesn't
yet
everyone?
you will not eat your own hands.
Well, no, that seems seems masturbatory, I guess.
To eat the hands that you've masturbated with?
Yes.
This is like getting into Jeff Dahmer territory now.
All right, so we have one vote for the anthropomorphic fish. And Will Gary, how do you like to vote?
I would eat Will Smith's hands.
Was that an option?
That was not an option, but
forgot what you said.
It appears little Gary is calling an audible, and he is. Oh, he stood up again. He got so excited about eating Will Smith's hands, he stood up to run out to try to go do it. And fell right back to sleep.
That would be a shame, because I believe each of Will Smith's hands are launching their own film careers right now.
Men in Black 3.
He's named him some strange combination of him and Jada's names.
Yes.
I whip my hands back and forth. I whip my hands back and forth.
Wait.
I whip my hands back and forth.
If we're all quiet, we can maybe get a glimpse into what little Gary is dreaming about.
I can hear your hands, Will Smith. Oh, really? Does it never? Okay, sure. Oh, no, it was a trap. It was a trap.
That's a trap. He's been trapped.
These hearts in your whole hands. This was all a trap.
Oh, he's back up. Hey, little Gary. What were you dreaming about?
I did crazy dreams. Arsenio Hall trapped me.
So you vote for Will Smith's hands, and you vote for anthropomorphic fish?
Anthropomorphic fish.
Well, unfortunately for you, Dave, little Gary won that round because he realized Will Smith's hands were an option.
Going to Miami. Going to Miami.
So, little Gary, you get 1 point. Dave, you're at 0.
In retrospect, I feel foolish for not going with the Will Smith option.
That's, you know, you're a novice at the game.
Yes.
All right, we have one last one, but this one's worth 1 million points, so it's anyone's game.
All right.
This comes to us from Kurt Luders. His Twitter handle is @BasemanKurt. That's terrible. Baseman. I'm the Baseman.
He also owns MTV News. Okay. And fuck you, it's talking about Kurt Loder.
I have a feeling it's easier to hear from out here.
Yeah, it's a little tough for us to hear.
Oh, you can
We're missing roughly 100% of what you're saying.
So
that's why you gotta get the monitors.
So I'm following the improv rule of yes and what was that?
A very little known rule.
Yeah.
All right, this comes to us from Kurt Luders. Kurt asks, would you rather have a bowl of chocolate ice cream?
Of course.
Don't vote yet. Or have a bowl of vanilla ice cream? All right.
What celebrity does the vanilla ice cream look like?
I haven't opened the floor for questions.
I retract my question.
All right, very good. I will not dock you points then if you retract it. Very good, sir. Thank you. Retracted, yes.
All right. I just want to say choosing the name Baseman is not the least interesting choice he's made.
All right, I am opening the floor for questions for the Baseman. Dave, question about either scenario? You don't have all the info now.
I don't have all the info. I can't imagine what to ask. I guess
I have a question. Is the chocolate ice cream made out of nightmares?
Great question. Yes, the chocolate. See, this is how you play.
Here we go.
The chocolate ice cream is made out of nightmares. Yes.
Yes.
Then may I ask on a similar vein, the vanilla ice cream, is it made out of the lost virtue of children?
Dave, no, that's ridiculous. Wow. It's just vanilla ice cream. Don't be crazy. No, the chocolate ice cream is made
out of nightmares.
Does the chocolate have Jimmy's on it?
Yeah,
what's on it?
Jimmy's on it. It has all Jimmys. Yeah, Jimmy Walker, Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Took you a long time to think of a second Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Hey, boy, genius.
Jimmy
Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart. Oh, thank you. Oh, boy, that was a close one. Crisis averted.
Jimmy Franco, if you're close enough to him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has Jimmys on it. All Jimmys of all sorts. Yeah, they just rest on top of the nightmares.
Yeah.
All right, questions, Dave?
I have one.
Oh, little Gary has another one.
How much is this vanilla ice cream gonna cost me?
That is a great question. It's not free, of course.
No.
No, you ice cream because it's made... Okay, I don't think anyone got that one. Oh, I'm on a fixed income. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, would you like to come up here and translate for us by any chance? Please, make your way to the stage if you can. We finally found somebody who understands what little Gary is saying. Please, come on up here. Amazing. Oh my goodness. Come up here, young lady. Take the stairs.
I believe that's what the new media people call narrowcasting.
No idea. Ma'am, what is your name? Lindsay?
Lindsay.
Oh, how did I know that? Lindsay, you're going to sit there, and if we ever have a question, confer with little Gary, cover the mic, like you're a lawyer, testifying at a hearing. All right, here we go. Okay, the last question was, how much does the ice cream cost? The chocolate...
How much said ice cream come?
I think we're good on that. I understood that. The chocolate ice cream, because it's made of the harvested nightmares of Haitian children.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know Haitian.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't ask about that. That's just free information I'm throwing in. That is free. Because the harvesting process it doesn't take a lot of time to do that.
Their nightmares are really right at the surface.
Yeah, they're just right there. They just
sound a lot of buried childhood angst. It's just, my city fell down.
Oh dear. Dave.
Ain't that true? I'm just glad Sean Penn wasn't here to see that.
I'm just saying they don't have a lot of time for daddy issues.
Gonna punch you in the mouth.
I think we got that. Sean Penn gonna punch you in the mouth, yes. But the vanilla ice cream is the most delicious vanilla ice cream you've ever eaten in your life. And
please don't be over $3.
It's so good. It's like a specialty item. It's better than any Ben & Jerry's ice cream that you would ever have. It costs $3.18.
For what quantity?
Oh, for 25 scoops.
Oh.
You can't buy it in less than 25 scoops, though. Unfortunately, they sell it in bulk.
Does it come with a t-shirt from the store?
In which scenario, little Gary?
Both. The recent nightmares and reasonably priced banana.
Great question. The chocolate ice cream comes with the T-shirts actually that were sent to the Haitian children in the wake of the disaster.
I would love to get off of that thing pretty soon.
So like a Nike Just Do It T-shirts and I'm with Stupid T-shirts.
Oh yeah, and everything from Wyclif's last tour.
Oh no, little Gary's the bad guy?
I really got to point out that us saying this is really the least of the Haitian children's problems. You might want to relax.
So does that answer your question, little Gary?
What was my
Can we get a translation?
No, it's not like dolphin talk where you... Oh, it's not like... Oh my God, they understand each other. That's amazing, like rabbits.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the miracle worker.
Yeah.
You're making fun of the Japanese people. We couldn't let that happen.
What?
You were making fun of the Japanese people, little Gary.
It really was.
Little Gary. She's your translator. She heard it.
She was protecting you.
Oh, my translator is about to get unfollowed.
For shame, little Gary. I'm going to have to dock you 900,000 points for that. I'm so sorry. All right, but you can still win. Any other questions here?
I had my answer already written on a piece of paper backstage.
Oh, wow. This is some sort of magic trick. Dave, anything else on the list?
I can't think of anything else.
All right, we're going to close the floor for questions. Here we go. All right, we're going to...
I do have one more question.
Oh, okay. Well, let me open the floor back up.
Will it
It's
somehow...
not open yet. I said let me open it.
All right.
All right, we're open.
Will choosing the Haitian Children's Nightmare chocolate benefit those Haitian children who we have the deepest sympathy for?
Great question, Dave. Why, yes. Every time you eat a scoop, you donate $10 to the Red Cross.
Then I'm ready to make my choice.
I'm closing the floor. Dave, what is your choice?
Like everyone else here, I think I'm going to choose to eat the horrible nightmares of Haitian children in the form of a chocolatey ice cream dessert.
Even though, Dave, you are trapped with those nightmares forever.
That was
Inside your
not
mind.
mentioned until this moment. I think that was not mentioned until this moment.
You never asked that question. I was waiting.
Well, I am a man of my hastily said word.
All right.
So, yes.
So your body will be made of nightmares.
Trust me, it's pretty much there already.
All right, then.
Well, at least you made one $10 donation to the Red Cross.
Lil Gary, how do you like to vote?
Swirl.
I think we have a winner, Lil Gary. You are the winner, and that is how we play Would You Rather. There it is. All right, that is how we play Would You Rather. We have, this has been a great show. I want to thank everyone for coming out. We have one last feature on the show. It's our most beloved feature. You guys are ready for it, I'm sure. It's a little feature that we like to call Plugs. Let's hear that loud. Here we go, Plugs.
What's that sound? I like that sound. I love that sound. What's that sound? I like that sound. I love that sound.
All right, it's time for Plugs. That was our Plugs theme, submitted to us by Evan Sheets of Metro ID. He does a lot of great Plugs themes. If you have a Plugs theme, please put it on our Facebook page, Comedy Death Ray Radio's Facebook page, under the appropriate thread in our discussion forums. And what do we have? Let's take it from Dave Foley first. He's the master of Plugs. Why not start with him?
Well, I'm currently developing a film with Judd Apatow. It's a Pee Wee Herman adventure, in which I'll be playing the title character.
Congratulations.
And if I were to tell you the first line of it...
As long as you get that written in 6 days.
Yeah,
I think you're going to jump on it.
Yes.
Lil Gary, what do you have to plug?
I am working as a lawn jockey at Scott Thompson's house.
Is that on the yard or is that in his bedroom?
Yeah. You gotta get called up to the bedroom. It's like the show. So I'm still out on the lawn.
What was the translation?
That's all he's got going on.
Not sure that you're hearing any better than us.
Yeah.
There.
Fantastic. And I plugging, let's see, this comes out, on Monday. So all on IFC this week, I am interviewing Seth Rogen is all this week. So watch that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We had a really good time, and you can watch that. And this has been a great show. I just want to thank everyone here at South by Southwest for being so kind and staying for the show and coming out to it. This has really been a thrill for me personally. I want to thank Paul Rubens, of course, and Natalie Lent for working with Paul to make sure that this happened. I really appreciate it from her. I want to thank Jeff Ulrich, our producer, and Dave Foley